Hello, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here today with a flea market haul. And I'm so excited about this weekend. I had such a great time with my friends. I hadn't been to a flea market in over a year, and I did contain myself up to a certain point. So I just was really choosy and picky about what I got. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with trims. There's a lady that I used to always go and see. I call her actually the dollar lady because she has this one table of linens that she always puts out, and everything there is $1 because it needs to be cleaned. It's got stains or tears or whatever. So anyway, I always go and visit her, and then she had amazing trims. Now this was not on the dollar bin, but she always has really cool trims. And there were some projects that I wanted to work on. So this was one of the projects I needed, something yellow and orange for a project I'm working on. And I got this whole thing of like loopy fringe trim, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I got this red, white, and blue with the yellow, pop of yellow, which I thought was kind of neat. And then this red, white, and blue. So I'm kind of planning ahead for the summer. When I saw those, you know, when you see it, you have to just pick it up. And then I'm doing a journal. I'm working on a Christmas journal right now, and it has gold in it. So I thought this was kind of cool to use. And then I found this fabric, this retro fabric, at another person's booth. And then when I went over, so I went and got this first, and then when I was at my trim lady, I found this, and so I'm going to be making up some journals for the summer, the spring, using this trim and this fabric. So I thought that was really pretty. Okay, so that's my, oh no, and then I did get some Christmas trim, so I got some red and green rickrack, and then I got this pom-pom fringe. I actually got the pom-pom fringe from the lady where I bought the fabric. So that doesn't match, it's not going to go with that. I'm going to use it for Christmas. Or what I thought about doing with the pom-pom fringe, and I'll show you, I might use it in, I bought these from another vendor that I always go and see, and she actually wanted to sell me a whole box of them, like 2,000 of the sour cream ones, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. But I am going to make myself a Merry Christmas banner using these cottage cheese and sour cream lids because I thought the graphics were really cool, the whole red and green vibe. And I bought some big acrylic letters that slide onto a sign, and I don't have them here. They're still in my car. I guess they fell on the floor. So I'm going to put those on there and do a really cute banner because I have, like, for Christmas, I have a whole vintage display, and I don't have a banner. I haven't made a banner yet for it. So I got that. Oh, I also got red bingo cards. So I'm going to do the red bingo cards, the pom-pom fringe, the rickrack, and then those things. So that is that. And continuing on with Christmas, you know, I'm doing right now a series of ephemera packs in my Etsy shop, and I'm working on some Christmas ones right now. I'm hoping to get them done by the end of the week, but when I do my packaging, I use vintage sheets, and I needed some vintage Christmas fabric, but I found this tablecloth instead, so I'm going to be making the Christmas packaging envelopes for my kits out of this vintage tablecloth. Look how pretty, with the Noel and the pine cones, and so there are some stains on it, but I'll make sure I get it really good and clean when I send it out. And then going back to my dollar lady, Oh, yeah, I got the white trim too. I forgot. When I went back to my Dollar Lady, I picked up these really sweet linen placemats with the strawberries on them. And so I got those. Of course, this one's running, but I think what I'm going to do is maybe just die cut out that circle, and then I can avocado stain it, I believe. But I just thought that that was just really sweet. This one's fine because I bet you they never laundered this one, but they, for some reason, somebody laundered that, and the red ran. But I can probably get that out. But I loved the cottony linen. And then I got this, just a scrap of, but I thought this was really pretty, and I thought this would make a really cute, like sewn on a dory cover. So I think that's probably how I'll end up using that. Maybe I'll make a Christmas one using the Christmas tablecloth and then put that over top of it. So, and then I got this piece, this quilted piece. Somebody was working on a pillow, I guess. Then for myself, I bought this Washington, D.C., because I grew up in D.C. and I also grew in Connecticut. So part of my childhood was in Connecticut, and the other part of my childhood was in D.C. So I found these two things, which I thought was really cool. Somebody did a Connecticut embroidery. So I'm saving these for myself. But I did find these two really pretty little hankies. And then I found this, I guess it's a washcloth. I'm assuming it's a washcloth, but it's that chenille. And it's a perfect size for a dory. So I'm going to be making a dory out of this one. So this will go up into my shop one day, and I'll probably cut this embroidery part off and stitch it on. Maybe on the inside I'll use these as a pocket, like I'll stitch it on as a pocket. That would make a really cute pocket on the back. And then this would make a really, of course I have to clean it, but this would make a really cute pocket on the front. That's kind of what I was thinking. And then maybe shredding it and making the closure with it. So that's what I got from, oh, and I picked this pink one up for myself. I don't know how I'll use it, but I just thought these little pink flowers, embroidered flowers, are really pretty. And this is all tatted. So somebody probably bought this handkerchief and then they went around and tatted that. That looks like an after thing. But anyway, so that was gorgeous. So that is my linens that I picked up. I didn't get very many of those. I don't really need a whole lot. And then I found a vendor that had a couple of the little golden books, and I saw this Rudolph one, and the front's all ripped up, so I won't use it. I won't use the cover unless I use it for myself, and then I'll just go in and maybe do some kind of collage on the corner and just make an album for myself. But I went ahead and picked it up because of the graphics the illustrations were really sweet, and there is some writing on it, but most of the pages are pretty good, so I'll just use it for the pages, and I won't feel bad about it because, like I said, it's somebody put their own little stickers on there. It's pretty torn up, so I won't mind tearing that up. And I got this Christmas one, which of course is missing its gold part on there, but I won't feel bad tearing this one up either because it's not in the greatest condition. But the pages, look at that, the pages are so sweet, where it's like, oh my gosh. So this one's not a second print. This, I think, is the first print. This is, let me look. This one's really pretty. 1946. Yeah, this is the original 1946, which the pages are in great shape. It's just the book cover. Of course, somebody, I guess, was learning how to play piano, and so they went in and wrote out the chords, which I thought was pretty funny. So throughout pretty much most of the books, so I won't have an issue turning that into a journal. And then this one I got for myself because I grew up watching Captain Kangaroo. I don't know if you guys watched Captain Kangaroo, but I loved Captain Kangaroo. And this was actually in really good shape, so I'm just going to keep this one for my own collection. Yeah, I'll just probably just glue this back down, or I may even, I know you can order this binding, so I may even like try to refurbish it because the rest of it's pretty good other than the, of course, the corners, but it's in pretty good shape. So those are 3 books that I got from this one guy. Then I picked up a couple of December work baskets because the graphics are really, really cute. And this is 1955, 1962, 1954. And but the graphics are cool, and they all have the Christmas images, and so the images are really sweet. Look at her, slim and trim, and the little cap to crochet. I should crochet that little hat for myself. So yeah, so I picked up these Christmas in the Kitchen. Look at this one. This is your last copy. Subscription. I love the insert cards. I know I'm probably weird. People probably throw them out, but I love the insert cards. So that's this one. I was just looking to see what kind of creamy fudge. I'm always on the hunt for my dad's. Yes, this is like my dad's, but I have to make it because they're not all alike, but because it has sugar and it has the chocolate squares. Nope, my dad didn't use chocolate squares. He used the cocoa powder. So I've got to find one that makes cocoa powder. I'm on the hunt. It has to have the sugar and the cocoa powder. But this is interesting because it has the sugar and the corn syrup. And it has to have vanilla in it. I remember it had that. So I've been on the hunt. For that. Okay, so that's that work basket. This one's December 1962. So cakes and cookies for the holidays. Cookies just are not, like, the recipes are just not as good as they were back then because they actually, you would make your own base. And nowadays, like, everybody just buys their own base, like a cake mix or whatever. But this was all from scratch, right? Oh, look at this, the Draw Santa. Normally they have the woman there, but they actually have the Draw Santa. That's cool. So yeah, that's that one. This is December 1955. Somebody, I guess, was earmarking this because they were going to do this. Lilac. Oh, and sorry, I always start from the back. I always look at books backward. I don't know why. Little cranberry squares. Wreath ornament. Now, this candle, I actually have one of these. I bought 2 of these big giant. It's actually like this big giant snowball candles. But here they show you how to make them for yourself. And look how cute that. There's the joy. I'm gonna have to read that. Okay, so those were 3 work baskets that I got. And then this was an amazing find. This postcard guy had a million postcards, right? And I'd never been in his booth, and he had them all set up in shoe boxes, and each one was done by state. So I thought, oh, I wonder if there's anywhere where I grew up. So I went and I looked, and no. But I saw Connecticut, and part of my childhood, I said, was in Connecticut, and my mom used to own an antique shop, and it was in Old Avon Village, and so I looked up to see if they had Avon within anything in Avon, and sure enough, he did. And in it is my mom and dad's antique shop. And my dad put that weather vane on it came from our barn. I don't know if it came from our barn or they just bought it. I can't imagine they'd take our weather vane off our barn. But anyway, but they put the weather vane up on top of the building, and that's where my mom's antique shop was. So I just thought, what? Avon Village, Avon, Connecticut. I just was so like, I could not believe it. I was like, what? What are the odds of that happening? $2. So I snagged that. That was an exciting move. This from 1890 was in just the bottom of some box, and this was too. But I just thought that I thought about just taking the whole thing and just using it as an insert. Like I'm not going to tear it apart or anything. I'm just going to use it because it's it's probably a standard slim is what I'm thinking. But the patina in this is amazing. And it is embossed, like debossed, what do they call that when they used to do that? What is this thing? Oh, that just fell apart. I was just going to see what it was. So, that might be what was on the back. Anyway, but I just thought this is like, not that I just thought the color was amazing. And of course, the text was really cool. So yeah, that's why I got that. And then I found this, Betty Moore's Color of Living, and actually it's from the Benjamin Moore company. But when I opened it up, oh my gosh, because I'm redoing my house right now, but I just thought this was the coolest thing with the bathrooms and the kitchens. And look, see, what goes around comes around. Now they're back doing colored cabinets in kitchens again. So I thought that was really interesting. And the gray floors. See the colored cabinets in the kitchen. And all the mid-century modern furniture. That's all back. The only thing we're not doing is the colored Formica. Thank the Lord. So, look at this. It's a really cute design, huh? With the little vanity. And this is actually, that lamp right there, I have those lamps in my camper. Here, look, coral, gray, aqua, pink, all those colors are coming back. I don't know what year this is from. This looks kind of late 50s by the looks of the television. So, and that Hollywood Regency kind of style for the front furniture. I don't believe, but anyway, Betty Moore must have been the color consultant for Benjamin Moore. So, but yeah, there's no year on it, sadly. But I thought that was really cool, so I grabbed that. Let's go over here and get into this pile. I got some Denizen gummed cloth mending tape because this box is in awesome condition. And it's still in there, the black and the white, which I thought was really kind of cool. And then it was in this little pack together, and it came with some Mongol refill erasers, which I doubt very much. But I'm wondering if it's Everhard Faber, so I'm wondering if it's related to the Faber-Castell company. I'm not really sure, but the erasers in here are tiny and they're super hard, like hard as a rock. So they have not. Yeah, you can't use them. But I guess you slid them into this little holder and used it. I'm not really sure. Or is that how you put it in? I'm not really sure. But anyway, there are a couple of erasers, but they're really crusty. I just thought it came in the box with this one, and it's really cool graphics. Okay, then I got, this was in a bag with some other stuff that I got, and it's one of those, like, cigarette cards. They used to come in the cigarette packs, so it's a hawk. So anyway, I got this. They had this pack of old postcards. So I thought that was kind of neat. They put the usual. So this must have been after the war because it is like everything's in ruins. See how it's all like it's in ruins. So it must have been after the war. 1919, these were taken. And then I got this number plate that came off of bank boxes. So I got the number 3. This actually was 303, but my birthday's in March, so I thought that was kind of cool. I found this in the bottom of a bin, a senior handbook from 1950, but it had never been written in. And the graphics in here are just really, really cool. They're so cute. So, going on to school, how to apply for a job. Then it had like birthdays and dates, graduation gifts, etiquette for graduates. Oh, so this must have been his phone numbers, but his phone number's not there. Somebody named Edgar. And then there were like autograph section, which is really cute with the caveman. So yeah, so I picked that up. I got some old new in the package, yellow, what do you call these things? Oh my gosh, pillowcases. So I got the pillowcases so I can make some more envelopes. So those will be being used to cover my kits. I got these were in a pile of stuff. This was in a pile. Like the next bit that I'm going to show you was just in a box, and they were doing like box lots. So I just grabbed this box, but I thought these were kind of neat. They're the driver's daily report envelopes. They're sealed because I guess they got damp at one point, but you know, you can I'll cut the end open and use it that way, but it's the perfect size for a pocket traveler's notebook, so that's probably what I'll put them in. Then there were like these receipts, gasoline, here's some more. So there were a lot of these, a lot of the envelopes. And then there were these other receipts. And then it has, you know, the copy paper, but I loved that it was this mint and pink and blue and yellow all in one. So I thought that was the coolest thing. And these are like the perfect size for a traveler's notebook to fold over and use on the inserts in traveler's notebook. So I was really happy about that. That was cool. That was just kind of like a bonus. And then I'm going to use this as is in my traveler's notebook. I thought this was kind of neat. It's a great size. I love the blue wording. It's great background. So I'm just going to use this as is in my traveler's notebook as a base. Then I got this, it's a 5-year diary, and it's kind of really ripped up. So somebody must have pulled out that first part because it starts in February. So somebody didn't want me to read their diary, but the pages are really cool. There's people's names in here. So it's old. It's must have been 1942 because then it goes on to 43, 44, 45, and 46. And I'm putting it here because it's kind of, the binding is really nasty. I need to clean it. Okay, then I thought this was a cool book. So this all came just in a bin. It was in like 1 or 2 boxes, and I just bought all of it. This was from 1928 and math. Yes, I bought a math book, but it has really just the fact that the girl is like, I thought it was interesting because she's mixing like quarts and pints, like a baker, but it had really cute, here she's at the seashore, and it just had really cute pictures in it too. So I got that. I got this. Jolly Number Book 1 edition. It is written in, but that's fine. I don't mind that. When I do collage, it kind of adds to it. But it had, this was from 1944, and has some really nice patinaed back pages. And some of the pages are not written on. So the ones that aren't written on, I'll probably put in. But look at her. I'll probably put in my kits. The ones that, there aren't very many in here, but yeah. And then I got this, the Happy Hour Paint Book. And this is from the Whitman Publishing Company. This one has a lot of colored pages in it, which I use in my artwork. I don't care. I just write right over top of it or paint over top of it. But then there's ones that are not, you know, like this one. Way down the hill they flew, the children skim over the ice. So there are ones in here that are not. And this is a little fragile, so I would probably back it onto another piece of paper to use it. But they're just really sweet little images. Look at her on the donkey, playing bagpipes. Royal Guard. Look at the Hawaiian. So this, okay, because this is like, here's a Hawaiian lei for a sailor boy. So I'm wondering what year this is from. It might be late 40s maybe. I don't know. Okay, then I didn't know what this was until I actually got home. And these are checks from 1920s. And then it has a whole, but it's like all checks. It's like a big checkbook. But then it also has these really cool pages that have like the balance, like the check register. And these haven't been written in at all. So they just used it. They didn't use it as a check register. They just used it to take the checks out. But the fact that it's from the 1920s, I was like, sold. So, yeah. And then there was this Mother Goose book, which is, I've never seen a Mother Goose book, is in paper. Like, it's like a coloring book paper. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but I thought the images were really sweet. So that was in, and I don't even see, there's no, like, they didn't even write in it. This is from 1946 also. So there's no one scribbled in it or anything like that, which I thought was cool. But there is like Scotch tape on the front. These two little books were in there. They're in really bad shape. However, look at the end papers on this, so sweet. This is a Whitman Publishing book also, but look at the images are really, really cute. And the book pages are in good shape, and the whole story was here. So somebody put 1 cent on it. I thought that was pretty funny. This is a Telltale book. Then this one's in bad shape, and I don't believe all the pages are here because it looks like somebody went in and tried to tape them in. This is a Telltale book also. Yeah, it's missing pages, but I just thought it was really sweet, and then I won't feel bad tearing out the pages. But evidently someone went through already and took out most of the pages, so I won't have a problem tearing this one up. And then this was just on the table, and I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, can I have this? The book's not here, which I wish the book was there, but it was just the cover. And he's like, yeah, just take it. So this is a Whitman Christmas Carol. It was the book, but the book's missing, so I got the cover, but the cover's really sweet. Then I got all these family circles. These are from the 1959. And I got too many of them, but I'll just show you a couple of them that's in this stack right here. This is the sweetest. This was like, I didn't even know this was in here, this Christmas one. But I loved the cover, and look at these. Look at the gumdrop tree. I want to make some of these. These are so fun with the tinsel. I want to make some. Look at this with the pipe cleaners. I guess you wrap it around a stick, and I don't know what that is. But anyway, so I thought these would be kind of fun to make. And, you know, if you do a mid-century kind of a scene. And then they had Christmas music in there, Christmas balls with actual, like, cookies in them. I don't know how they did that. Maybe they were fish bowls. It looks like they may have been fish bowls. The one thing I always like about Family Circle is they always have these, like, kind of interesting love story type things. I like to read them. They're pretty funny. It says, let your home life fashions be gay. But look how sweet. So this was like look how sweet this is. So these were, this is so cute. Just the cutest. Father Christmas. Look at her. It's a little apple. So this was a really good score. I'm just going to keep this one as is. I won't tear it up. It's in really good shape, and I'll probably just use it in my display in my house. So anyway, yeah. So here are some more, and then I got a whole nother box because I got all of 59, 60, and 61. But those were ones I just pulled out to show you. I got a 1948 yearbook from Jacksonville, Florida, the Robert E. Lee High School. And actually, she wanted me to take the whole stack of them, but I didn't want to lug them all around. So, and she was like kind of pressuring me into like, oh, you should buy them all, I'll give them to you, such a good deal. And so I only bought the one because I have tons of them. But I like them because they had the smaller pictures in them, which are fun. And a lot of the writing, like, is still in here, which is always fun to go through and kind of read. But I like the smaller pictures because I like to use them as tabs. And then it had the medium pictures, which I like to do because you can decorate them, like put hats on and stuff like that. I got these two ladies' home journals. They were both Jackie O, 1966 and 1967, which that, you know, I didn't get them for that. I love the ads in them. And I love cutting out the coupons. And like, look at this one, table for two. Isn't she cute? Yeah, so I basically got them for the graphics. The watch. And these fashions. Fashion finds a new heroine. Oh my gosh. Anyway, just love it. It's cool orange papers, huh? To use in the bed. It's like craft paper. So these are always fun. These are bigger sheets. Usually the pictures are a lot larger, so but they're still cool to use as background. But you know, I would go through and cut out her, cut the girls out. The suitcases are fun if you're working on a travel journal. And of course, I will definitely take these out. I love journaling on those. Strong and long. Anyway, so yeah, I got that. What else I get? Oh yeah, I still have a couple more things. Just a few more things. And then I will hop off. So I was going to buy this box. I thought it was just the box because I do a vintage Christmas display, and she had $1 on it. So I'm like, okay, well, but when I picked it up, it felt heavy, and there was all this vintage wrapping paper And so I'm like, do you still want it for $1? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. But look at that mod. Look at this little Santy. What is Santa? And then this one, again, this is different colors, but it's the church, the like glass stained glass windows. So that was like a bonus because I just was going to get the box. And then there's this. So it's just like a box of little offcuts. Ooh, look at this ombre tissue. That's fun. So a lot of it's Hallmark. This is really sweet. This little boy fishing. Doctor. Gardener. Very cute. Policeman. And then there's this Happy Easter and some sparkly tissue paper, which is going to make it into my holiday packs. I love that. Which I found this was really interesting. I was looking at the labels because, you know, of course everybody knows Hallmark, but this one was called Belmont Color Match, which I've never heard of the Belmont company before. And look at this, 2 sheets for 15 cents, right? But it's by the Dow Chemical Company, which I found really interesting. I didn't know that the Dow Chemical Company made wrapping paper. This is like a happy birthday, and then there's just like a solid sheet. This is just Hallmark graduation. Look at this one for a bridal shower. This is new in the pack. I'm going to upload this right into my Etsy shop as is. So it has this really sweet bird cages, because this is new in the packaging. It's never been opened, I do believe. Yeah, it's not been opened. This little corner's kind of open, but it's not open. So you get 2 sheets of that. So I'm going to put this right up into the shop. But look how sweet that is. The for spring, the umbrella with all the flowers in it. That's just going to go right up in there. And then there's this Best Wishes with the roses. This is Ambassador, which I had heard of, the Ambassador paper. Okay, this is very 70s, looking almost like wallpaper. Neon. Late 60s, 70s. Then there's this one, which is Christmas, holly. Corally, kind of a red color. This one, mod. This little lots of little offcuts. There weren't a lot of whole sheets. Christmas candles. This is so cute. I remember this kind of wrapping paper when they used to. So it's got that big thick yarn, and then they came in with felt and sequins and beads and things and made Santa's train. But then I guess they scan it somehow and then print it off onto the paper. I'm not really sure how they would do that with wrapping paper, but I found that really interesting because it had all the little trim and the daisy wheels and the felt wheels. And yeah, this is a really cool piece of paper. And then there are all these little offcuts, which I found was really interesting what she was doing. She was writing like the name of what it was and then who she gave it to. I guess so that she wouldn't give the person the same wrapping paper. I'm not really sure, but she saved all these little teeny bits of offcuts. So, which, you know, for collage purposes, here's some more of that glitter. Wrapping paper, you know, so for a collage person, who cares, right? Maybe she did art, I don't know. So then there's like this bridal shower, this little teeny piece of paper. Then there's these, the little flower carts and the gold. Another little shower outcut. Then there's this sweet little happy birthday with the bluebirds, floral, and that's sweet. This little happy birthday, this Easter. This is feels a little bit newer than the other ones. Okay, so this was the one with the butterfly, had a little bird in the cage. It's that pink one, but there's all these little teeny pieces of it. There's a little sweet birdie. Graduation, which I thought this one was really cute with the globes. It's really sweet, and the poodle with the cap on. Sweet. So see, she'd save it, she'd attach it, so I could see what she bought. Maybe she was an accountant. I thought this was really interesting too. I never knew Dennison made wrapping paper. So this is Dennison wrapping paper, and 15 cents, but I only got, and look how beautiful this was, I only got this little offcut left in it of this sweet bride. Isn't she adorable? But I thought, I never knew Dennison made gift wrap. I'm not a big Dennison person. I know there are a lot of people out there, so you probably already knew it. And then there's this little topiary, rose topiary birthday wrapping paper offcut. So I got all of those in this box, which was kind of cool. And then my last, no, I got two more things. Okay, then I got this whole pack of quilt starters. I had that thing in there, so I thought that was interesting. But this is like definitely 1960s. It's that cotton sheen kind of fabric. I just love it. Okay, so there's that one. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Blinding. This one, oh my gosh, this is really blinding, but I could so see these on Jan Brady. Then there's this one, this one, this one, this one. Make it cute for fall, huh? Very bright for spring. So I don't know how I want to do these, if I just want to, if I'm going to make journals out of them, or if I would just put this in a kit with a bunch of stuff. So you can make your own journal. So if you don't mind writing down on the bottom, if you would rather see journals made, or if you want to just buy it as is or in a kit. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I want to do this, if I want to sit and sew up a bunch of books. And I don't know what the demand is. I know there's a lot of people out there that do that. So anyway, so I've got those quilt starters. And then, okay, I got, these were in a shoe box. Well, not these. I did get some of these because these were kind of fun. The Yankee Traveler Motel. I got this aqua one for my camper, to use for my camper, and then this one because it had a 3 on it. And I was born in Massachusetts, so anyway, yeah. So I got those from somebody else, but I got all these stamps, like it's a sample. There's different ones from colleges: William Penn College, Westmar, Westmar. This is paid, and then it has a date. So these are not that old. These were only from like 1990, 1980s. But I got a whole bin of them. Fulton Montgomery Community College. I don't know why there were all these from colleges. Priority Mail, Address Correction, Alabama State University, Confidential. So if you want to see me put some of these in the shop, I was thinking about maybe I'll do the college ones, put those in the shop. Client's copy, info you requested, attention Judy Kelly, urgent, but the T is missing, so when you punch it out, it only says urgent, which I thought, okay, it's kind of funny. And there was this one that says like answered, backordered, canceled, billed, charged, checked, delivered, entered, paid, received, and shipped. I thought that was a fun one, and this is from the 90s. Then there was this one which was kind of disintegrating, but I saved I was able to save the numbers and the months. So, and I don't even know no, it didn't even save it. They're like dried out and were falling off. So I don't know if you can get these made, but that would be really cool if you could. because it's a wood handle, but I could probably glue that one back together because it broke where the seam was. And then I thought this would be fun for journaling. So this has like the lines, which I've been looking for something like this so I can do like journaling blocks. But it says, please send blank free wallet cards to blank. I understand we're under no obligation. Thank you. And then it has the officer's signature. They're always quirky and fun to have. This one says file, but I'm missing the end to that one. And this one actually was for Christmas, and it says seasons, and it has a candle. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I got from the same lady, there was this press, and it actually has, it's a restaurant. So I thought that was kind of a cool, you know, normally there's somebody's name, but this one actually came from a restaurant, and it works and leaves a really good impression. And it is, so it embosses, and then you just have to really press hard. But okay, so it's 1933. It's the K&R Restaurant Incorporated from New Jersey. So I thought that was kind of neat, 1933, and they're just fun to add to your journals. So if you get anything from me, you'll be seeing these pressed into something in the journal kit. Just saying. Okay, so that is my flea market haul. Minus a few things. I did get a paper wrapping paper roll on the stand. Oh my gosh, I got a great deal on that thing. It has a huge thing of wrapping paper. You'll be seeing that wrapping paper probably around your kits because it's like a giant roll of this wrapping paper. And of course it's old. But I got it because I want to use it, put paper on it and use it on my crafting table. So it's one of those store wrapping paper holders that have the serrated edge, you know, that you can tear it. Anyway, I did get that. I'm trying to think of what else I may have gotten that's out in the car. I think that's it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my flea market haul, and I will be back with a bunch of, I'm working on a few books right now I've been journaling in, so I'm getting those up and going and edited, and they'll be coming to my YouTube channel very soon. Have an awesome day.